Hello and welcome. It is Monday Club. We're back. Nick Bundo is in the house.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Sam. You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. Today's topic is, Nick goes industrial. You've been doing a
Mm.
bit of industrial work lately.
Yeah, I wanted some really easy days graft. I said, you can't put a graft. I wanted something easy to do. My back's been really hurting. I wanted something nice, light, heavy, little bitty bits, and industrial is where we went.
Before I get into this, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to head over to the sponsors and then we'll be back. I want to let you into a little secret. I hate paperwork. And I've just started out by myself, so I need all the help I can get. I chose Payaka because they're a UK-based team and they understand the UK construction industry. They make running your service business really simple. And for me, that's a no-brainer. They allow you to do interactive quotes, so you can preload your quote with different options and your customer can spec it however they want, so you don't have to endlessly requote. And to me, that's a time saver. Also, they have a mobile app that allows you to invoice, quote, and see what you've got scheduled, upcoming jobs and stuff like that for not just you, but you and your team. You can connect it all to Sage, QuickBooks, whatever accounting software you're using, and then you're good to go. So head over to payaka.com and get your free trial. It's free. There's no strings, no credit card details, none of that. Go over to payaka.com and start your free trial now. So we've got another new sponsor. Here we go. WCED. They make all types of enclosures, all types of switchgear that goes in the enclosures, plastic, metal. They got the whole range. Go to wced.co.uk and have a look at their range. It is top quality stuff. It is not your usual Chinesium. It is really, really good stuff. wced.co.uk. Super solid. Super solid. Beautiful powder coating. And everything they do is just high quality. And they do all of the switchgear inside from AFDDs through to 4-pole main switches. Go and check them out. wced.co.uk. Right, so that's our sponsors. And Nick, just before the sponsors, was talking about how easy industrial is.
Yeah.
So let's get to the bottom of that. What have you been doing industrial-wise?
I wouldn't say pulling out. Well, I pulled a few armors in, all little stuff that nothing bigger than we would use in the house. Connect up a 3-phase board, having a play with the Schneider 3-phase board that have the neutral bar linked in, so you could just click an RCBO in with no fly leads, which I thought was really interesting.
Some of that Schneider stuff's pretty sexy.
Yeah. And then once we powered up, I missed because I filmed all of this. There's all stuff that's to come. And when me and Stacey were trying to liven it up, we turned it all on, continuity tester, got the actual tester out, blah, blah, blah. Going no power at the isolators that we'd fitted. I couldn't figure out why. Obviously, it'd been a very long time since I'd done an industrial board, and these Schneider ones have got like 3 tabs that you just have to slide across to engage the MCB. And I was scratching my head for a good 10 minutes looking at them. And then I wiggled it because it's got like a little yellow bit on top. I pulled it out, I was like, this looks like it's meant to do something. Mm-hmm. And I was pushing it, and I didn't want to break it, so I got the screwdriver out and I was pushed a bit more. I was like, I'm not sure. So I turned everything off. Just about to speak to John, I was like, I'll give it one more go. Whacked it across. I was like, there we go.
Yeah, because a lot, like if you don't use those if you don't do 3-phase boards and commercial boards and stuff like that, you won't really know about them sliding tabs.
No, I'm pretty sure
you won't be the first person. You definitely won't be the last person to get caught out by them.
Well, I wasn't.
I've been on site where like industrial commercial electricians been caught out just the same.
Well, I'll ask you this then: what is the difference between an industrial and commercial spark?
So industrial tends to be like a lot heavier. So you'll be doing a lot more sort of power stations, that sort of stuff. Not even necessarily that. Like, so I did generators for a long while. I really enjoyed that. So these big diesel generators that go in the bottom of buildings or at the top of buildings, wherever. So if there's a power cut, they can still power the building. We did that. That would be that would be judged as commercial,
Industrial.
industrial, and then commercials more like office refits, stuff like that.
Yeah. So what we were doing, I mean, I've seen part of Mikey's video, massive warehouse. And it's like pretty much just a storage thing for paper or signs or that sort of stuff. But this thing is just ridiculously big. Like, you couldn't kick a football from one side to the other. It's that big, empty. And obviously we've got armors everywhere, and you've got 500 amp supply in. And I wasn't sure because then I was going on about it, and I've labelled everything up as industrial spark. But
I would say that's more industrial than it is commercial. Commercial's like
I look at it as shop fitting, like 3-phase shop fitting. I would say was commercial. I mean, correct me if I'm
yeah,
wrong.
I would say that. No, I'd say that's right. I'd say that's right. I would say commercial's where it's sort of where industrial and domestic sort of bleed over each other.
This is what it was in what Stacey was doing. It was the office rooms and the kitchen area and the canteen.
Why do you keep saying Stacey? Like we know who Stacey is.
Stacey works for John sort of 1 or 2 days. 1 or 2 days every month. She's on the video coming out on Tuesday, which will be tomorrow for you guys. She's retrained to be a spark, but she's just trying to gain loads of experience in the background before she wants to do anything with it. So she's got a full-time job at the moment, but she does this 1-2 days a month for experience, or maybe more. I might have misheard her, but that's Stacey. So you watch the video tomorrow, you'll know who Stacey is. Cracking girl. And when I was there on the final day, I was correcting up someone's work on the armor. They hadn't put an isolator in; it wasn't pulled in properly. But bend radius was way too tight, and he'd cut all the insulation off on the tray. Instead of normal tray, you would run it externally, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Do it on the far side of the tray and bend it round. But he'd run it literally on the internals here, and it just pinched across.
Yeah.
Like 10 mil 5 core. It was a bad bend. So I replaced all that. But she was in there pretty much doing what I would do domestic wise, loads of fast fix mattresses for a canteen office area. Yeah. LSF everywhere, all dropping in. So that to me would be commercial.
I would still say that would be more industrial because little bits. So it's a really good question, actually. I couldn't really put my finger on it. It's like, I know when I've done offices and stuff like that, yeah, there's a bit of tray above the ceiling and then they put the ceiling in. But that's commercial. When you're doing a little bit of tray, drops down and it looks like a normal room. Industrial will be more like where you're working in and around heavy machinery.
Yeah, slinging in big armors, big tray work, boards everywhere. Yeah, so
and not necessarily. So you won't be having like light switch. If you do have light switches, there'll be metal clad, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so I'd class it like fitting metal floor boxes in an office environment to be commercial.
Yes, you would be correct.
Right. Well, if there's any industrial commercial sparks out there, let us know what you think the difference is, because Sam should know this, really, being
it's a funny thing. Spark. It's a funny thing, really, because like if you can be an industrial commercial spark and do this work on the same site. And so here's an example. They're doing, where I'm working at the moment in Canterbury, they're doing flat bashing, right? And I'm not doing flat bashing. I'm doing the mains intake room for the buildings.
Yeah.
So
that's just industrial to me.
Yeah. So it's a massive fuse board, size of your wall, and then it's got 30 armors coming in. They've all got to be contained into the room, dressed into the top of the fuse board, and then dressed into the board. It's not like you. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And it's not easy. But then that whole thing, the flat bashing will still come under commercial.
Oh, right, okay.
But what I'm doing is industrial.
Let us know, guys. Let us know. Have you seen the little thing I just built earlier with my daughter that I got for Christmas?
Is that a Thanos glove?
Yeah, with Lego one. Look at this. Sorry, guys, for your listeners. I've got a Lego Infinity Gauntlet with all the gems in, and it's obviously sat appropriately with just the middle finger pointing up.
Yeah, just for me.
Podcast. Just for Sam, actually.
Yeah, just for me. Thank you, mate. Thank you. But so how did you find the old sparking, doing the old commercial, industrial / whatever?
I think, like I said last week or the week before, I absolutely loved it. And I don't know, it's just because I'm working for John, where we can get our own pace. He knows we'll get the job done. We were there per job, not per day, if you know what I mean. So this had to be done this day, that has to be done that day. The pace was awesome. I think
It's not. It's not as intense, is it?
No, it's not like, oh my God, we need to get the boards back down before the customer gets home and hoover and tidy up and empty the stuff out and test it. Like, there's no rushing because it was an empty warehouse. The handover properly, well, the building is opening within 3 weeks. There was only bits and bobs to do. I think because it was John's job and because it was me, I think it was a bit easier for us to do. But really enjoyed it. And I think I did say it in a few of the videos, refreshing when you've done domestic now, really day in, day out for what, 10 to 12 years, with a tiny bit of industrial in there right at the beginning. It was just such a change of pace, such a change of scenery, just 2 tool bags in, a couple of hand power tools. You can make as much noise as you want. It just, the space was awesome, because normally if I'm working in someone's house, you've got everything piled literally behind you, you cannot move, you're up and down lofts, you're picking carpets and floors up, and you're sweating, you're swearing, you're hurting yourself, you're hitting yourself all the time, you're in tight little spaces all the time. When this, it was just like, oh wow, I could do a backflip and I wouldn't hit anything.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember though. Like, do you remember a couple of years ago when I was working at Pfizer?
Yeah, and you were in tiny little cupboards doing armors and under the floor. Yeah,
under the floor. So it can be like that. Invariably, it's not. So what did you like the most about it? Was it like the freedom, or the sort of pace, or the work?
But I would say all three. The freedom, where there was no rushing. The pace, I say no rushing. But then on top of it as well, I didn't need a lot of tools. I was literally making armors in, pulling them in, making the boards off. Like, realistically, my final finished bag here, that's me on sale soon. Everything I needed other than my combi drill was in that. Armor slice, socket set, level, tie wrap cutters, grips, marksman, what do you call it? The Nipex. It does the sheathing on the earth.
Ergo.
This. Here, guys. This is the first time anyone ever.
It's a YouTube exclusive. Yeah, I got one of them the other day.
Ergo strip.
Yeah, I haven't used one yet. I don't know how good they are.
Well, Nipex sent me this one as well. It's the Ergo strip, but for Twin and Earth, it's a flat one.
Oh, there you go.
So I've not had a go with it yet, but earlier when I was messing with my bag as well, to everyone watching, sorry for audio listeners, holding my new bag up, but Tony put a zip pocket at the back for me, and I was like, I've got no use for it. He said, yeah, we've got space. Put it in there, and it's perfect for my tool check. Plus, it clips in the back of the bag perfectly.
It is lovely. That's a lovely bag.
Well happy with it.
That's a lovely bag, mate.
So that is, Tony rang me the other day, who, Tony, if you don't know, is the director and owner of Velocity Pro Gear, which me and Sam got hundreds of bags of. Absolutely rate the stuff.
It's my favourite stuff.
Yeah. And
I can't even listen. Then they don't sponsor the show, nothing like that. We're just fanboys.
Yeah, and you were a long time ago until we ever even met, because you had the 4.0.
Still got it. Still got it. Still going strong.
And everything I've got testing wise or tool bag wise is Velocity. But don't get me wrong, I've had Vito stuff. Vito stuff was really good. I just found it very expensive and too many pockets. There was just too many pockets for what I needed. This is why this stuff has come in handy, where we have our sections for our normal hand tools, but then most of the tool bags are created where there's space in the bottom to physically put power tools as well.
There's one problem with Velocity, and it's that they don't do a pouch yet.
Yes, well, yet.
Yeah, I know, but like, I want a pouch now. I don't want to go and buy another pouch.
I know.
My second tool carrying brand is Tough Built.
Yeah, the stuff that Dave has, the clip
stuff,
yeah.
The Tough Built knee pads, they are exceptional. Even though I've lost them. I bought a pair, they were brilliant, 50 quid, and now I've lost them, so that's really annoying.
Oh dear.
But yeah, as far as they go, Tough Built's my second choice. But if I could have it all Velocity, I would.
Yeah, well, we're getting there. I think all my stuff is, we've got a few Pete's bags, the testing bag. My idea, we're going to make a smaller testing bag that will fit in the van vaults with literally your bare necessities. I've got the testing bag. You actually donated it to the Fat Sam charity. I did, yes. But Tony rang me up and said they should be landing within 7 weeks. I don't know if I meant to say that. Probably not, but just don't tell anyone, guys. In 7 weeks, so I'm going over there and loading. But the normal system, which Sam probably knows, is they will be released 2 weeks early on the website for pre-order. That's what normally happens. So you should be able to, get on there soon. But once you go, I know when I get
Sound charity.
And when I get the green light, I'll let you guys know when they're going to be coming up. So, if they all sell out, then that would be amazing that I've done something right. And obviously, if any of you actually get one, please do some videos on Instagram or YouTube, because I want to see people's reviews on them.
It's a bit far off to be asking all this, so just pipe down for a minute, yeah?
Sorry.
And ask again when it comes out, you lunatic.
Okay.
We haven't got to the bottom of it. What type of containment was you doing? Did you do any containment?
Yeah, so we did some trunking, some metal trunking. I think it was 2x2, 3x3. I think it was 3x3. Okay. To put some.
Did you have prefab bends, or did you fabricate your own bends?
Well, we only needed 2 bends, and John had already bought the bits. It was stepping down from a purlin, coming down the flat rate. It was literally 2 45s.
Okay.
Right up in the corner. You'll see from the video, me and Adam are doing it. It was a bit sketchy because we were literally having to do it on top of literally the main incomer and the boards.
Nice.
The last thought, yeah. But that had to come down, and then it was literally a straight run for about 10 meters to go into an office room. We did that, which was very simple, really. It was good for Adam, though, so he hadn't done it before. And then we did some tray work, and Adam had to go with some Unistrut for the first time, some Zebdies. Yeah, it was good. Enjoyed it.
See, that's really good for Adam, because he won't have he's got to learn a whole new terminologies. He's got to learn how things go together. It's not rocket science. It's designed to be easy.
Yeah, yeah. And the reason we are going there, and the reason why the offer was there from John, is for Adam for his portfolio.
Because it's things like washers. There's 2 sides to a washer.
Yeah, so curved side and flat side.
My bugbear. If I see people putting on a washer the wrong way round, drives me insane. I don't know why. I can't stand it. Just put the washer the right way round.
Doesn't really bother me. But you like using self-tappers, because a lot of the internal structure of the building was almost like the Celotex with the very 1-2 mil metals, which you could just self-tapper to. He enjoyed it. He really enjoyed it, to be fair. But he was only there for 2 days. I was there for 3, because he was there for 1. Sorry, I was there for 3, because the cheeky sod decided on the weekend to book the Wednesday off, and I wasn't aware that it was a bank holiday on Thursday and Friday. So he had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. Nice. I was like, nice on that.
Nice.
So, but because John paid for us to stay up there, I thought, well, I'll still do it. Like, I booked it in. It's decent money, and I'm enjoying myself. Why not? And it's helping John out as well.
Yeah, and like we say every episode, John's a top guy.
Yeah.
JB Tech, innit? JB Tech on
Insta. I took one of those. Do you remember the Builder's tea box that I got given a while ago? It's the small little box with a small kettle, tea, coffee, and you can buy it. Yeah, guys sending me off Instagram. It's a literally Builder's tea box, so you've got everything in there you would need for instant coffee, tea. They only give it to decent people, Sam. That's why I've got one. He actually sent me 2. So I thought, well, the amount of John's on the road and the amount of miles that man does, I took one out of the unit and gave it to him, and he was over the moon. He looked like he was. We were talking about in the video that he was just going to re-gift it. It was like, oh, it's one of them gifts. You go, oh, this is brilliant, and then you're sitting on eBay in 3 weeks. I don't think that, John.
No,
no, really enjoyed myself, and we're going to go up there again. We've got some 3-phase EV chargers to put in, which I wouldn't do without, by myself. No. So it's good. Good contact to have, John is.
Yeah, definitely. He has invited me to do some work, but I really live so far away from everyone. It's hours and hours of nonsense to get anywhere. That being said, we're pretty low energy today. Do you want to tell everyone what day it is?
It's a Sunday, so you guys are listening to us. So we only recorded this yesterday. It was only because I was working away, and then I said to do Friday, but Sam's been away for 2 days with family, so it's just we've not clicked up again.
This bullshit. Nick works away. Podcast gets pied.
Well, they're only here for me, so it's a good wait.
That's really offended me.
Everyone in the comment section, if you're here for Nick, put Nick. If you're here for Sam, put Sam. If you're here for nothing, Let's really dent his ego, shall we, guys?
Listen, you
Or
can't. I'm
mine.
very fragile, mate. I'm very fragile. Started drinking Friday evening. Didn't stop till yesterday at some point, and yeah, I'm really feeling it. I'm very delicate.
You
I
disgust
drunk
me.
so much whiskey, so much beer. Tried a Guinness for the first time. I've never
Oh,
tried
really?
Guinness before. Yeah,
And
it's not bad. It's not
uh,
like my. It's
but
not
did
my
you drink
go-to.
it first, or have you drank it after a mouthful of whiskey?
Oh no. So I was drinking lager, and then I was so bloated drinking lager and eating nuts. I was like, I can't do any more of this.
All
Nick
right.
interrupting the show again because of his child. I'm finding this all very unacceptable and very unprofessional. Anyway, what was I talking
Anyway,
about? My first Guinness. It was
yes.
I'd been bloated out on lager and nuts, like because I don't want to eat
These
crisps.
nuts. Sorry.
Yeah, it was Nobby's nuts. And yeah, and I'm not really a pub person. I hate sitting in the pub all day. But Martin, my mate, he loves it. So
Oh, I could do that. Yeah.
oh, it's so crap. It's so
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah, any day, rather than a night out, I'd much rather sit in a pub all day. You've got your own music on the core. You put 20, well, it's not 20p now, it's probably like £2. Get some songs on, a bit of pool, do whatever you want. Absolute mint.
I was bored.
Not
Um,
anymore. Not I've got kids. Like this is
no,
pre.
because what happened was Martin's wife, the kids, and my wife, they went done the carnival thing. And Martin's funny. He's like, I ain't doing that. We're going to the pub, and that's it.
So you went
So
away for a family weekend and left the family to drink.
yeah, but it's walking
Yep.
around on a
That's
carnival
bad when you put it
parade.
that way, doesn't it? Oh, it's
Listen,
Martin's fault. It's Martin.
it's
Mine.
It's not me.
God's sake, Martin.
Yeah, Martin. So I just was drinking beer, and then I got so bloated. I was like, I'll try a Guinness. It's okay. It's like
Mm.
flat beer, really.
It is. I like Guinness. I can happily have a couple, but I'd have to start on the Guinness. I can't drink anything else and then go to it because it just tastes too heavy. It fills you up quite a lot.
I don't
Then when
know.
I used to play rugby, we could have. This is before I drank IPA. We could sink about 10 to 12 pints each, like the lads, quite well. And you're bloated to hell after it, but you have break and whatnot between drinking. But some of the older guys that we play with, they would be having 15 pints of Guinness. And I have
I don't know how you
no
can do that. That's
how.
just
And they one after another after another. And I was like, you're going to be full for you're not going to eat for a couple of days. I said, you've had about 6 meals there.
it's true. It's true. And anyway, so I spent a couple of hours sitting in the pub. Then we went back to Martin's house, and then we had
Drank some more.
barbecues and all that stuff. And so I was having whiskey shots
Oh.
because, and so I was just getting more and more stupid and drunk, and it was all right. I had a lovely time, but I am very jaded today.
And what are you doing tomorrow?
Work.
Yeah, what work?
Oh, it's funny. So I started this job. I don't know if we covered this. Did I cover this last week?
Which job?
Canterbury job.
Be more specific, please.
Right. So I started on this job. I finished my 18th, and I was all pleased with myself. And I need a job for Monday. So I've used my little pot of gold method, my spreadsheet and all that. First phone call. Oh, actually, interestingly, when I went to buy my 18th edition book, I bought it from the Electric Centre in Margate, Westwood Cross. So I went over there, and whilst I was there, I knew that I'd finished up for the weekend and, for the week with the old firm, and I needed some work in a week's time. And I just said to him, like, do you know anyone who's hiring commercial electricians around here? And he was like, yeah, I do actually. So that's a top tip, really. Just hit up, just ask, just ask in the wholesalers.
What a tip. Yeah, but to me, yeah, I have said that to a few people that have wanted apprenticeships around here or wanted to find a boss. Just said, I literally asking the wholesalers because then they have what per day, a couple hundred spark, probably not
Yeah,
like Stafford, 100 or so sparks in, easily put the word out, and they'll have a rapport and relationship, and they'll sort of know if someone's looking at
yeah.
someone or not.
So I just took his number, put it on my pot of gold, and then that was the first call I made. But like that was on the Thursday after I passed my 18th, and then on the then that was to start on Monday. Turned up and oh no, not more flat bashing. I hate it. But I turned up and the guy met me there. He recognised me. He goes, "Oh, you're Fat Sam," and I was like, I wanted to die. I wanted to die. It's just cheesy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's cheesy. Anyway, so rocked up there and he went, "Right, this is yours." And he opened up a room, like an intake room. He said, and it was basically spewing out armouds where they had been pulled in and curled up. And then I needed to get them off the ground so as I could put in containment and sort out what had been left. And he went, "This is yours. Off you go. Like,
Sweet.
do what you like." And I was like, I've landed on my feet here. So it was just nice. It's just been nice.
Would have been nice. Shoot your GoPro. That would have been a bit of an interesting one.
It would be, mate. But again, I could film it, but I just, to be honest with you, I do have time, but I don't have the time and inclination at the moment. Like, I'm just trying to get ahead. Like, how many for us that are self-employed, how many bank holidays have we had over the last couple of months?
It's ridiculous.
It's nuts. That's too much.
No.
Spread it out.
No. I don't. I think Adam's allowed 8 bank holidays a year off or something like that. I think that's what's in his contract. I can't quite remember. And I said to him, "This is probably your last one, mate." And he looked at me and went, "I think it is as well." I was like, yeah. And then he texted me yesterday and said, "Oh, there's no college on Monday. Do you want me to come into work?" I was like, "Oh, I pay you, so yes, please. That would be great. Thanks for telling me." Oh, what a stupid question. But I'm out. Should we talk about YouTube for a second?
Go on then.
So me and Sam have been on in the background. I can't give too much away, but I've got 3 massive, and I think Sam would agree with me, massive videos.
Yeah.
That's coming up. No collaborations, none of that.
No.
Stuff off my own back. And Sam gave me an idea, and it's linked to Asheville. So if any of you guys know, Daniel Asheville is what would you call it? Construction.
So he does. His main business is aggregates. So like type 1, tarmac, and all that sort of stuff. Yep. And just loading out like dump trucks and stuff like that. And then he does construction as well. So he's got
because I saw the video today. He's actually, you know who KSI is. Everyone knows who KSI is. JJ. Yeah. He's actually doing his brand new YouTube studio room. And I saw the video go up today on Sunday, and he's there sat with KSI just having a chat about his new YouTube room. I was like, this is so cool. Anyway, but what Asheville does every week, I think he's on like episode 86 now. Every week he does a new YouTube video of the whole week. It's about 35 to 40 minutes long. Starting from Monday, goes across normally till Saturday-ish, depending if he's doing anything interesting.
It's usually Monday to Saturday, sometimes a Sunday, but it comes out on a Sunday, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I'm going to, as of tomorrow, if I remember, I'm going to write it on the back of my hand. I'm still going to do my normal 2 videos, but I'm going to try and step it up one step further and do, BUNDY weekly or whatever, Electricians week, and just record segments, because it's going to take me a while to figure out the process of what to record, how much to record per day, and schedule it out so you guys can see what is a typical week for a YouTube electrician. It'd be different if it's just an electrician. Obviously, we have to chop and change, and I do other things rather than other people would, normal sparks would. I'll give a bit more people of an insight of what we do and what goes on, and how much spare time we have, how much spare time I don't have, how much time we do paperwork. Obviously, I can't go into it too much, otherwise the video would be 5 hours long, and then it's more stuff.
What you'll do is, over the course, what you should do is set, I don't know, an initial 6 weeks or 10 weeks, 12 weeks, right? So 3 months, an initial 12 weeks, and then you'll build you don't need to cram what you do into one video. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be like snippets, and then over time, the people who watch it will build up a view of what an actual day is.
Yeah.
Over the course of 12.
I will try and do, because I do a video Tuesday, Friday, is change the schedule up and try and upload 3 videos, because within that week of videos, I will still record 2 of my normal episodes. So you will have an overview of the week, and in that video, you will have 2 beginnings of these jobs, but then those jobs will be filmed in full, or sat here talking about whatever, or in the unit blowing stuff up, or the van video,
So
whatever.
basically, what Nick's telling you is,
There's going to be an extra video a week full.
you're welcome. Again, I've moved Nick's career on for him because sometimes he needs a bit of coaching. He's got a lot of talent, he's got a lot of charisma, but sometimes he's not got a lot of vision. So this is where I come in, and this is how I've created him to where he is today, by coaching him with vision and allowing him to sort of see his full potential. I'm a bit like a Jedi.
Have you been watching Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah, I've just been watching the Obi-Wan Kenobi today, and
Wicked,
it is so boring.
Oh, do you know? It's not got into it yet. No. I'm only saying it because I love Ewan McGregor. But one program that I cannot get enough of, and I cannot wait, is Mandalorian.
Mandalorian and Boba Fett, excellent.
Well, Boba Fett was saved by the Mandalorian because Boba Fett to me was a bit boring, and then Mando got brought into it, and then it was like, we're here.
This is the way.
Because this is the mate. I will get a tattoo of that one day, 100%. But no, it was good. But there was just stuff in Boba Fett, like the guys that are on the hover scooters, the little gang.
Who are they? Who
I was like, mate, whoever's written this is just need to step back and think, because I hope it wasn't Jon Favreau, because he did the Mandalorian and he did a cracking job at it.
Yeah, but he also listen. We're not going to get too geeky about this. All I'm saying is that I watched the first 3 today, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it is jank.
It's just going to get into it. It's just building the story.
No, I hate Jedis.
Oh, do you?
I hate it. They're so boring.
I'm not a massive Star Wars fan. I never have been. My mates are hardcore Star Wars fans.
Yeah, neither am I.
Led along it.
It's just a Mandalorian. It's really the older one I like. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I don't know why. I like how dumb it is. I like how silly the whole thing is. You can't take your hat off, and you got to go and put. Like, I love it. I think
the games I've played growing up over the years. So you start. Do you remember the game called RuneScape? Used to be on PC. You're a bit older than me.
My brother, right?
Yeah.
My brother and his little mate Liam, right? They're not so little anymore, but they used to sit there fishing all day, fishing on RuneScape like that, just tapping the mouse all day. And you could get a bot that clicks it, but if RuneScape found out you had a bot, they'd take your character away.
So I used to play RuneScape. I played Skyrim, Fallout, and all these games combined where it's an open world thing and you get out what you put in. So if you go in all loads of stuff and you can smelt it, and even a bit of I've never really played Minecraft. My kids did, so I played a couple of hours. I just didn't like
to keep my will to survive up here.
What, with this conversation?
I hate computer games.
No, just shut up, nearly, guys. Nearly. What I'm saying is you play this game for a prolonged period of time, you do these little quests, and you can build your armor up and you get better and you're a bit stronger. And that's what I thought the Mandalorian did really well, is he went out and did these little bounties, and then he come back and he got a new piece of armor, and then he got a new jetpack. Like, it was all the way through up to the end of the season where you look at me, you go, yeah, I'm going to buy like that entire outfit off eBay one day, 100%.
Do you know what? That's boring. And
it's not though, is it?
I'll tell you what was good. First 3 episodes of The Boys. Have you seen The Boys?
The beginning episode. I watched it with Sophie the other night. If you haven't seen The Boys, it's an Amazon Prime program about superheroes that cause a lot of collateral damage, like a lot. So
it's almost like what superheroes would be if it was real life.
In real life, yeah. So a lot of things happen, a lot of sketchy stuff. They do drugs, or they kill people back. So like that
might be the best show on at the moment.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But then there's season 3's just come out, the first 3 episodes, and I saw it on TikTok as well, the 11-minute mark right at the beginning. I can't say it on this because it's just horrendous. But it's stuff that you think, I can't believe I just watched that. But it's believable. Like, someone would try and do something like that.
Yeah, it's mental. It's mental. I love it. It's brilliant. That geezer, what's his name? Carl Urban.
Yeah, brilliant actor. I've loved him for ages. He's in Star Trek. He was Judge Dredd.
Well, yeah, he's Judge Dredd. It was phenomenal.
Brutal.
And I love that film. Why they ain't made us? We can't be talking about shit like this. Is an electrical podcast, not.
Yeah, but this is what people want to hear. We've had enough of talking about electrical stuff. No one cares anymore.
Honestly, this is another thing we've been talking about. How, like, we want to know from the listeners, right? What is going on at the moment in terms of the electrical content? Like, how bored are you of electrical content? Like, are we striking it right with half electrical content and half jibber jabber
Waffling.
about pooing in the woods and stuff, or the Mandalorian or whatever, or do you want more electrical content? Because if that's the case, I don't think we've got it. Remember we do this week in, week out, and it's so hard to think of a subject.
Yeah, I don't. Sam thinks of the subject, and if Sam can't think of one, I try. Most of the time, if I think of one, it's talking about one of my videos because that's what's fresh at the moment, and that's it.
Yeah, and what else is there to like? I mean, if you want to go technical, go listen to the Electrician show because they get a bit technical and like they'll get the IET on and like I just couldn't be bothered to talk to them. Like I'm not being funny. Great, I've got no sort of. I don't want to talk to IET. I don't want to talk to anyone really. I just like having a chat with Nick really, and we're just really struggling to sort of
think of any ideas now other than just talk about stuff that we're interested in, i.e.
like we're at that stage.
Space, conspiracy theories, gadgets. Sam doesn't really do gadgets.
Well, I would do gadgets, but here's the thing, right? Back in the day, when I was young, right? I've got a real bad wind because I've been drinking lager all weekend. So back in the day, right? I used to love gadgets. I used to love James Bond, all that sort of stuff. But then when you get old, you realise how expensive gadgets are. And you're like, why is it £800? Do you know what I mean? Why is it £800? Everything's £800. You want to get an Oculus Rift, £800. You want to get this, £800. You want to watch it that connects to your phone, £800. Everything's £800.
Got every single one of them things. That was a brag. But yeah, so.
Oh, mate, you're so hard. But what I'm saying is, everything decent is £800, isn't it?
Yeah.
You want a decent camera, £800.
Yeah.
Everything's £800.
Decent. Anything but Apple over £800.
Yeah. And when you have it over 2 months, you have 50 bank holidays.
There's not a lot of money left.
There's no £800 to spend on dumb shit. So yeah, I like gadgets, but the other thing about gadgets as well, they're only current for about 6 months, and then all of a sudden your gadget's shit.
Yeah, and then once the new one comes out, the price drops to yours. Yeah. Thing what gets me about the iPhone, I always like having the newest iPhone. I've never always done it, but I would like to if I could, but I don't. But what is my iPhone that I have the 12 Pro Max. So I know there's the 13 Pro Max, which barely any different, but my contract ends in September when the new one comes out. So it's every 2 years. So every 2 years I get the sort of the second one.
I've got a game changer.
Don't care. And
Apple.
Yeah, what? No, what?
Apple AirTags.
Oh, finally.
Remember you telling me?
Second. Yes, get to the second, Sam. Just wait your turn, please. This is why.
Very excited.
Anyway, guys. But so my phone, I think just my phone alone is £95 a month. So unlimited everything, but whatever, 100 gig internet. It's a lot of money. But every 2 years when I've got the newest upgrade, it's always like £10, £15 more. So you give it 4 years down the line, am I going to be paying £135 for literally the current phone on the same contract? Because it's never stayed the same. It's always gone up by a little bit.
Do you know what? I didn't upgrade this year. I didn't upgrade. I was like, my phone's perfectly fine. No, I don't want to pay £80 a month for a phone that I don't really even want that much.
Yeah.
I'm really not into all that shit. So I didn't bother. But getting to something more interesting, Apple AirTags. Now, you exposed me to this, didn't you?
Yeah.
So do you know what we bought an AirTag for?
Harper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate.
I know. Harper's Sam's daughter by everyone. Yeah. I've said this with my kids. They will be having, when they're all going to high school, not as much primary school because we drop them off, pick them up. There's no lead time. But have it in their bags.
When they went Peppa Pig World, right?
Yeah.
So they went Peppa Pig World with her nan. I was just like, take it and clip it on. Do you know what I mean? Just clip it on.
Yeah.
So if they ever get lost,
find them within a centimetre. I know.
Yeah, and if they get too far away, it goes, Harper's not with you anymore. Like, not that you need that reminder. Like, Amanda's a brilliant mum. She's never going to let that happen. But you know how you're
a brilliant father, and you're not going to let that happen, yeah.
More of a chance.
Beer in one hand, beer in the other. That's why.
Yeah. Captain Two Beers. Hey. But no. So I think they're brilliant. And like you say, you can open them up, put them in tools, everything.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've someone as well, if you, like I did in my video, there's videos out there, but if you were to put it on someone, so if I was to sneak up behind you and put one in your pocket, and they've said about this online because a lot of people would, it was the old tiles, you know, it was the same thing but tile,
Yep.
where girls on a night out, people will be putting them in their bags and following them home or whatever. And this was a thing on the news. But then they had to bring out a notification. So if there's an AirTag or something tracking you, your phone will notify you. And I think all devices now can recognize this. It's the same thing now. If I was to hide one in my tool bag and a guy was to steal it on the way home, his phone would notify him there's an AirTag. So the best thing you can do is try and conceal it as best as possible and hide it, or else it can launch out the window. But then there was someone on YouTube that actually took out the speaker and everything and made it smaller, so you could literally take out the entire casing and hide it within something. I was like, that's good, but then it becomes dangerous again for people where it would notify them if there was something there. So it's sort of,
I don't know. I think it's a fantastic
some good,
thing.
some bad.
And the thing is, if you've nicked some tools,
Yeah,
and you're driving down the road and it goes off,
you would just ring them or everything out.
So you've got to throw everything out anyway, because you're not. What, you're going to stop by the side of the road with a tracker on you and go through, like, is it in this one? Is it in... No, you're just going to throw it out and be like, we've lost that.
Yeah. Unless you're stupid enough to clip the AirTag to the outside of the bag where everyone can see it and they know what it is, then it's going. But all of mine is all linked.
Do you know what I would do?
In the cases.
Dead battery. Once a dead battery,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Open it up, back that in. No, never going to know, are they? Never going to know.
So it's a great idea. I mean, a lot of us have broken or old tools, even a combi drill.
Yeah.
Rip the internal of that out, put one of them in, hide it with all your other tools. They're not going to just leave one drill. They're going to try and take everything.
Yeah. I think it's fantastic. I'm so excited about it. It's a bit weird.
I think I've got about 9 of them now. Got them in tool bags, kids, bike, car, van, keys, wallet. Look at my wallet. I've got to cover my bank details. My wallet is designed to have an AirTag in it.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, it's good.
I might get one for my car keys. I'm always losing car keys.
Mine, a proper hard, heavy holster for it.
Nice. I might have to get one. Only problem then is Amanda could track me when I'm out.
Probably at the end of the world. Don't be naughty. Don't go where you're not meant to. You'll be fine.
No.
Or leave your car and walk.
Right. I'll come to the end of wanting to talk to you right now.
That's fair. All right, bye.
Sweet. Yeah, Money Club. We're out.
Bye.